Hey guys, how's it going? Wade Mitch here. Today we are back for the third day in a row on Stitzer, Wisconsin. As previously said, we are going to be kicking off tillage on the farm. Now we're just doing some fall tillage. We're not going to do all of it just yet. But I think we got to really start getting some of our tractors into tillage mode. Now, that includes the T7. We need to get some doles on this thing. If you guys saw the last video, we used this new Bednar stock shredder that we got from the dealer, and really it ran pretty good. And we're gonna keep using this for the rest of the fall here. The feedback really did seem pretty good, and you guys all think that it was gonna boost our yields a good bit. So we're keeping it at least to the end of the season. I can't say what we'll do for next year, but that's not the focus of today's video. What we got today is chisel plowing. We're going to be using the 7810. We actually already have that set up because, as you guys would have saw, we had duals on the 7810 for spreading some manure. And we have that on the, what is that, a 714? We got that on the 712 chisel plow. And we're going to be hooking the T7 up to our big McFarlane. Is this a real disc? Yes, it is. And now that is going to pull pretty hard. And we are going to be disking our bean fields and then chisel plowing corn stalks is the plan for right now. Now let's go ahead. We got to get some duals on this, and actually I think maybe give it a bath. Check out, we'll give it some repairs. And then we want row crop dual. Let's see what tires we got on this. Alright, I think we're going to run these Firestones. There we go. Now, what we're going to have to do is something that I've been waiting to do for a little while now. We are going to be selling the swather. Now, I know I had talked about keeping it and maybe getting a big reel for it and swathing some of our crops, but I don't think it's going to work out in the long run. I think it's just more money we have to spend, more maintenance, and those new mowers that we have right now, they're just too efficient. So we're going to go on here, and we are going to get $92,000 for this, which is definitely going to be a nice help here. We're going to get just over $2,000 for the conditioner mower. And now what we can do with that is buy a nice front weight for our T7 here. So you can see, obviously with the 3-point, we want to leave that on there for the mowers. We just got to get a matching weight here. So I think, let's see, we can get one of these big ones. Or we can possibly go with like an AGCO weight. I think what we'll do is go with this one right here. This is a huge 2,300 kilogram weight. And that should be plenty to keep the front end of the T7 down. Even if we're digging into the ground a good bit with our disc here. So let's go ahead. We gotta get backed up around a chisel plow here. Let's watch it. There we go. Alright. Let's go ahead and let's start off with the bean field that we have right over here. Just so we can get this kind of dialed in. Because I'm not really sure how this is going to run. It's a big disc, and this is our most powerful tractor, so it's kind of up in the air how this is going to work. But we're going to go ahead here, unfold it, and let's see. Oh wow, that is wide. Let's drop it down, and we're going to check out here. Alright, Do we have height adjustments on this? There we go. Alright, so we're kind of set in the middle. Looks even. Looks like we're getting some good depth on it. Not too deep, but not. It's going to throw up that trash on top, so. You know what? Let's just go with it. Alright, it's the moment of truth. Oh. Is it really that heavy? Oh man, I don't know if we got enough tractor for this. That or our working speed. What is our working speed on this disc? Are we really having that much trouble pulling it? Let's see. Work speed says it's 16 miles an hour, 250 horsepower required, and we are just at 250 horsepower. I don't think our T7 is big enough to pull this disc. I really don't. You can see here, we're not getting anything above 4 miles an hour, and even if we go down the hill, I don't think that number is going to improve very much. We might have a problem here. Yeah. This is a serious problem. We're 6 minutes into the video, about 100 feet into tillage, and we already have our first dilemma. So, we have two options. Go for a smaller disc, which is probably what we should do, or go for a bigger tractor. Our options for disc, problem is here, they're kind of limited. Like a lot of these discs, 300 horsepower. This is 10 meters. So yeah, that's wider than the Summers. This is way wider than the Summers. We have this Amazon speed disc here. Man, we do not. 350. Yeah, these are some big discs. So what I think is going to happen here, we're probably going to have to wait and hold off on tillage, or at least disking. This is kind of a bummer, because I was really looking forward to running this setup. But what we can do is go hop on the old 7810, because I have no doubt that that will pull it, and if that can pull it, this T7 is going to pull that 712 right out of the ground. So let's get this out of the field. Let's get that lifted up and fold it here. And really, we still basically have a brand new real disc that we're probably going to have to sell for a discounted price, because we did pull it through the dirt. Unless the dealer will give us some forgiveness, we're kind of going to get screwed here, as bad as it is. But I guess we'll pull it back into the shed. We'll live to fight another day. Hopefully we can find a little bit better suited disc for us. I should have known this was going to be too big. I mean, look how big this disc is, and look at all our other stuff. This is by far probably the biggest piece of equipment we have, besides the air seeder, which I'm now starting to worry about. So let's go ahead, pull it in, shut it off, and time to get in the old 7810. I'll fire it up, and yeah, you can see this is only like a 13 shank, not wide at all. For Chisel plow, in its era, this is a pretty wide implement. It is a little older, but it is still a great piece of equipment. So let's go ahead. I want to see where we want to chisel plow first. All right, so looking at our mini map here, I think what we're gonna do is head over to field 145 and start plowing that up. But while I was looking at that, I kind of got an idea around here. Not gonna go over it today. We'll keep an eye out, because we got some big things coming. I think we definitely have some big things coming. But we'll leave that for future interpretation. You guys can try to guess what we're gonna do. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. But we're gonna speed through the yard here, apparently. and head over to what field is this? 145. We're actually going to be right on top of where we're working on the bean harvest. Kind of in between it. And what we'll do is actually head this way because we finally got our path made the right way. We widened it a bit so our combine and our tractors with the tools fit down it. We don't have to hog up the road. And you'll see, we can really just scoot along all our fields here. All the way down. I mean, all the way down. All the way. I mean, all the way. Till we get right here to our cross. And then go right onto this path, too. So, we're going to plow this field eventually. Not today. That is going to take way too long with this little chisel plow. But, this field is small enough to work. You know, we can make some actual progress on it. So we're going to try to knock some of this out today. No way we finish this either, but we'll be a little more hopeful and let's see what we can get done. Now, hopefully, this actually pulls our tillage equipment. Let's get it lowered. And we're actually going to allow creating fields. And there we go. Come on. With that John Deere power, it's going to have no problem pulling it. We're just got to get up in the right gear. And this is actually going to end up mulching and plowing for us. So we're going to knock out 2 birds with 1 stone on this one. Which is one thing that's going to be nice to have. Because, as you can see, this field's already mulched, so it doesn't matter, obviously. So they can't see, actually. Excuse me. Coughing today. But, what this is going to be is, maybe we just use this instead of running that big stock chopper. I'm not sure. But, definitely going to be in for a nice long day in the 7810 while running this. But, you know, with the size farm we're running, we can't really run a much bigger plow because these plows, they take a lot of horsepower. And until we have the money to upgrade a tractor, which on the list is land, combine, maybe combine and land at the same time. Because looking right now, the land prices are really cheap this time of year, this area. So we might be doing some of that pretty soon, especially with selling the new disc. If we end up not buying a disc or getting something a little cheaper, a little smaller, we're gonna have some money laying around. Obviously, we just sold a windrower. We got that 95 grand. So if we can keep all the spending down, maybe get a little loan if we need to pay for a combine, I think we're gonna have some nice new additions to the farm. Just chugging along here. I think what we'll do is probably just go back and forth down this field. I don't think we really need to go around the outsides. Don't need to overthink it at all, honestly. Kind of just plow our field. Now this is one of the fields that is going to be one of our either beans or oats next year. I'm not going to drill right into the corn stalks for those, but if I have corn that is going to go straight to corn again, which in my mind is probably the big field up there, the field we chopped, and then maybe the one at the bottom of the hill that we combined last, I guess before this one. Those are probably going to go corn, straight into corn again. And maybe this big field over here behind us too. So those I'm going to consider maybe just not chiseling, and we're just going to no-till corn straight into those. Because obviously with that John Deere, we can no-till them pretty much anything, and we already have a decent amount of these stalks chopped up. And if we need to, we can chop them up a little more. Let's just get our chisel plow backed up here. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to do the end rows eventually. But I do love this setup. This is peak small farming, and that's what we love. But along with our chisel plow here, obviously, um, with us selling the disc, we're going to need a new one. So if you guys have any recommendations on what we should run for a disc, you guys are going to have to let me know in the comments. I don't really know. I don't think there's too many discs out besides the one we have, or the ones we have that I showed you. But those are all way too big. We need something smaller. I was thinking about maybe a Vaterstad disc, but those are expensive. A lot of those are newer, or more complex than just a basic disc. But I don't think we really need anything too complex. We're not running no precision equipment. We don't need perfect. We just need what's good enough for a small little dairy farm here. And also, that I can pull with my T7, which I thought was a big enough tractor for that, but obviously that's I should have saw it coming. That is a heavy chunk of metal that we were trying to pull there. Looks like we got some stones accumulating in the field. So, might need to do some rock picking. I wish we could just come out here with the loader and pick them up. I guess we technically could. There's mods for that. That is my way of doing it. But you just got so many little ones in this field, it's kind of hard. Normally, just kind of till them under, we wouldn't get that many. And if it's a big one, which I wish they would add some big rocks into this game. It would be really cool to see just a big rock sticking up after tillage. Because it happens. You have to get the loader out here, dig it up, get some field dirt or smooth it out. I slip that thing up. Let's get a little bit of this in-cab action here. Yeah, get her on cruise control. This thing pulls hard when we try to get going, but once we're going, we're good. There's this 11 shank. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. We got a 13 shank here. I believe is the biggest of the 712s for the model year. Someone might have to correct me on that if I'm wrong. But it does good. It's not the widest of them all, not the fastest, but it's leaving a nice finished pass for us here. Just surprisingly smooth. For having chisel on the back of this, it is surprisingly smooth. So I could have swore this was in the plows category when I bought it, but it might be a cultivator. Let's check on that. No, it is definitely in the plows. But the one thing we do have is the Elmer chisel plow. Or is that it's a Glencoe, isn't it? Yeah. Which takes 120 horse. Looking at what we have here, if we really want to, we could get the 4630 out here running some tillage for us. I think that's definitely something we got to explore. That, or we can just throw it behind the 6R and call it a day. Let's take a break from this, and let's let's see, because while we do have this 46 running a lot of these small jobs, this thing has 150 horsepower to the hood, and it's not by any means a small tractor. So let's see if this thing is going to be able to pull this. And I think actually, what the heck? Come on. Real finicky. Had to get it at a really weird angle to get it out of there. But I think that this is going to be plenty to pull this Glencoe. So let's, where should we take this? Just bring it across the road here. Uh, and just try it. It's not going to hurt anything. Maybe we can actually run this and put the 7810, get a hired hand down in here, and let the 7810 go on its own. Maybe when we're streaming tomorrow, we're going to get some open station chisel plowing in mid-November here. Let's just hope there's no traffic. But this is going to be fun. Now, I do have to say, I 100% forgot that we had this old soil saver in there, and it's small, but it's by no means a bad piece of equipment. These are really nice chisel plows. I think the shanks on this might be a little bigger, and this might actually get us some plowing going. Let's see. No, it looks like it's leaving about the same type of finish as the John Deere was. But it's definitely, the 46 can definitely handle it. I'm surprised about that. Let's see. So there's the 712, definitely wider. That was, what, 2 passes, I think? And here is the pass by the Glencoe. I don't mind this. I don't hate it. Definitely can get some use out of this. Definitely, probably going to be us running this while the 7810 runs that 712, but I think this is... Is this having trouble? It's hard to tell. This might be the move for us, is to run both of these. Well, I think that's going to be up to you guys, though. Do you guys think that we should run the 46 on the Glencoe for tillage? I'm really tempted to do it. I don't know what it's doing right now. Let's walk away. But yeah, really, what we got to do? We got to get rid of this disc. I think we're going to get some good money off it. We'll keep plugging along with the 7810 here. Probably on the live stream tonight. I do hope you guys enjoyed the video today, though. If you did, leave a like. Haven't done tillage in a little while. I'll be honest. But yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. I appreciate the support so much lately, guys. You gotta let me know what you think of the 46 over there. But see you next time. Peace out.